Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Wow, this is exactly what I thought it would be like. Woo! So cool, so cool. You guys are so awesome, so awesome. A question for you. How many of you want a lot more success in your life? How many of you want better relationships? Amazing health? True happiness? You have come to the what? One more time. Awesome. For those who don't know me, my name is T. Harbecker. Welcome to Seminar of the Century. Give your high fives all around. Say congratulations for being here. While you're standing, let's see where everybody's from. And instead of having you stand up, we're not going to have you sit down. We're going to have you jump up and scream when we call where you're from. Yes or yes? And everywhere else, we'll give you a big round of applause. If you are from Colorado, where are you? Stand up and scream. That's awesome. If you are from California, where are you? Woo! If you are from Washington State, where are you? If you are from the great state of Texas, where are you? Awesome. And any other state west of the Mississippi, where are you guys? Where are you guys? All right, good job. Thank you. How about, did anybody make it all the way here from Florida? You brought your weather with us, thank you. Georgia. You see how quiet they are? They're so polite over there, right? New York State. Just the opposite, right? How about Illinois? Anybody come from Illinois, yes? Fantastic, good job. And any other state east of the Mississippi, where are you? All right, good job. Now, let's see, did anybody get here from Ontario, Canada? Look at all these guys. Anybody from Quebec? Very nice. Anybody from Alberta? And British Columbia? And anywhere else in Canada? Where are you guys? There you go, the one from Saskatchewan. Very good. I love that, okay. How about anybody else showing up from anywhere outside of Canada and United States? Where are you? Jump up, where are you? You guys can, it'll be a little challenging. Let me hear, where are you from? England. Anybody else from the UK, where's all my English people, right? Good. Anywhere else, where are you? Spain. Switzerland, where else? Nice and high, where are you? France, excellent, where else? Where? Netherlands, very good, super, where else? Sweden, excellent. Japan, very good. Very excellent. Awesome. So as you know, one of my favorite sayings is 80% of success, just what? Who knows? One more time. So since I can't reach you all, big high fives all around. Thanks for showing up. Great job. Good job. Okay, and have a seat, guys, have a seat. This is exactly what I thought it would look like. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited since last week. When I taught warrior training. Whoa! Hey, one more aho, ready? Aho! Good job. All right, now, I also want to especially thank and welcome those of you who came from the local Aspen Snowmass area and got tickets as part of our Give Back to the Community program. Big round of applause for all those guys. Let's hear it. All right, good. Welcome to your first Peak Potentials event. We hope to see you at many more. You start with the Millionaire Mind Intensive. First of all, there's a book called Secrets to the Millionaire Mind. Read that. If you like it, come. If you don't like it, stay home, okay? It's easy. Now, I believe you guys are going to love this program. What are you going to do? Well, first of all, it's a can't miss. As long as the weather holds out, and even if it doesn't, just being together is enough. Yes or yes? That's awesome. And you know, you guys are making history right now, because as far as I know, this is the first event of its kind of all time, and you're at it. Good or good? And this has been a dream of mine for years and years and years. Actually, since I was 15 years old, believe it or not. How many of you ever heard of an event that was called Woodstock? Woodstock. All right. And how many of you were able to attend Woodstock? Attended Woodstock? Where are you? Not that many of you, but just a few. You're not sure. Okay, yeah, you were there for sure. Okay. All right. Anyways, good for you. You know what? Unfortunately, the truth is, I didn't even hear of Woodstock until it was after it was over. And I was totally disappointed and bummed out. I wish I would have been there. And as the universe would have it, however, the very next summer, there was another very large outdoor rock festival that was supposed to happen in Vermont called Strawberry Fields. And it turns out that in literally the last 3 days, something happened with their permits and they couldn't put the event on. So they found another location, actually an hour outside of Toronto, Canada, where I was living in a place called Buttonville, and they actually held the event there. This time, I didn't miss it. This time, I heard about it, and with a buddy, we hitchhiked to the event, and we had one of the greatest times. There was, like, every great band was there. You know, bands like Jethro Tull and Mountain and 10 Years After, Procol Harum, Grand Funk Railroad, Sly and the Family Stone. I mean, it was amazing. And everyone was connecting and sharing, and love was in the air, and other stuff was in the air, and a lot of stuff was in the air. and I had one of the best times of my entire life from what I can remember. Anyways, and from there, I became kind of an outdoor festival fanatic. And wherever there was a festival, anywhere within driving distance, I used to go. And I spent literally weekends and days just like this in the sun, listening to bands like Pink Floyd and Yes and Fleetwood Mac and Eagles. Anybody an Eagles fan? Yes? Awesome. And I always had an amazing time. And so from the very first day, I actually began teaching seminars. What's the word? When I started actually training people, I had this vision in my mind that what if we could have an outdoor festival-like event, but instead of solely music, have it based in speakers and authors. Would that be cool, yes? And, you know, and instead of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, it was money, mind, and spirit, and a little sex, drugs, and rock and roll, okay? So. And if it's about sex, I don't want to hear about it, all right? So what if we could put together something called Woodstock for the Mind? And, well, we have, and the time is when? Now, and the place is where? Here. When is it? Now. Where is it? Here. When? Where? When? Where? Where? You're just lucky we're not at Warrior Camp, right? All right, good stuff. So how many are excited to be here? Awesome, awesome. That's great. Okay. All right, before we go on here, you know, is it a little bit more challenging for you to get up from these chairs than the normal chairs? Is it? Okay, stand up. Go ahead, mill around. Take about a minute and a half, mill around. Say hi to people that you haven't met. Say hi to some old friends here. Say hi to them. Introduce yourselves. Introduce yourselves. Go. Okay, stop. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. And find one or two partners. Find one or two partners where you are right now. One or two. If you don't have a partner, jump in with another group. If you don't have a partner, jump in with another group. Everybody needs a partner. All right? Shh. Thank you. Good job. I want you to share with your partner very simply why you came to this program and what you want to get out of it, okay? Why you came and what you want to get out of it. You have a minute in total. Switch on your own. Go. Okay. So let's give you some details. Some what? Details. I can't hear you. Details. Some details. All right. First of all, the timing and the agenda. We start each morning for the next 3 mornings at 9 o'clock. What time? 9 o'clock. And we complete each day at about 10 o'clock. What time? 10 o'clock. And of course, there'll be breaks in between. That includes the last day. We finish at 10 o'clock. We have some amazing musicians coming, and you won't want to miss that, okay? And again, don't even think of missing any part of it. Make sure you're here for all of it. Don't leave early. Again, one of the reasons is habit. What's the word? Habit. There's success habits. What kind of habits? Success. And there's non-success habits. What kind of habits? Now, which ones do you want to have? Success. All right, let me ask you a question. Successful people, do they complete what they start or not? Yes. Yeah, successful people take something on. When they're doing it, they do it at 100%, and they complete what they start. Yes or yes? Yes. Most unsuccessful people, the number one reason they're unsuccessful is they don't complete what they start. They start it, they mosey it, they flake out, they get bored easily, they don't know if this is for them, they doubt, they question, and they're not successful because of it. Do you understand? Yes. So completion is a habit. Say it with me. Completion is a habit. And it's a very successful habit. Yes or yes? Yes. So that's why you complete what you start. That includes being here on time. That means completing from the beginning. Yes or yes? Yes. All right, good. So, nice and loud. I complete what I start. Just put a high five and say, you're awesome. Okay, now, as for your instructors, I will be your main host for the program, and assisting me will be, as you met earlier, amazing Mr. Robert Riopel. Give Robert a big round of applause. We've also brought some of the most spectacular speakers and authors on the planet to inspire and teach you. And many of these authors are people that I learned from, I gleaned from, I got amazing ideas from, new insights from. Yes or yes? Yes. All right, so you're going to learn from a lot of my actual famous teachers and things like that. Also, just so you know, I've asked each of them to bring some support material or products with them to save you the time and hassle of trying to order it online or track them down, et cetera, et cetera. Those products will be in the inspiration booths that are located around the event here, and I'm sure they'll make some offers from the stage if that's okay. And now listen, if you want the material, fine, get it. If you don't, fine, don't get it. Doesn't matter. What matters here is all these people are amazing, amazing trainers who have come here out of the goodness of their wonderful hearts to teach you and be with you here this weekend. Good or good? Good. All right, good. Now, by the way, there'll be some of their materials will be in the Inspiration stores now, and you'll know who's coming up, but the materials are there now, so you can get it all during the entire weekend if you want. At the Inspiration stores, you'll also find the chairs and t-shirts and hats in case you want to get those. We also not just have speakers here, we have some amazing musicians coming for you to groove to too. Yes or yes? And that'll mostly be in the evening. In fact, tonight we have 2 outrageous bands coming. Good or good? All right. You'll hear them setting up and stuff like that. I want to bring out our first speaker, our first presenter. And it's a pleasure to do this. You all mic'd up, ready to go? I want this too. All right. This book right here is called The Dragon Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Now, everybody raise your hand if you have or have read this book. Raise your hand if you have never read this book. Where are you? Listen, I don't know how many we have here. And I want every single person in this audience to get and read at least this book. This was one of my carry-around books. Do you know what a carry-around book is? It's a book you keep with you. It's a book you carry around. I remember carrying this around for about half a year. Read it several times, 7, 8, 9 times. Always passages. Open it when I'm in the bathroom. Just read, 2, 3 sections of it or whatever. Take it with me on trips. Take it with me on the airplane. Take it with me everywhere. Good or good? This was one of the first books that I ever read that really made a difference in my heart and my spirit and my understanding of who I was and why I was here. Plus, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's awesome, and so is the gentleman who wrote it. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring him here, because so many other gurus follow him and follow his lead and his teachings. And so we have him here for you. Are you excited? Yeah. All right. He's not just written this book, he's got over 20 books that he's written, including A Deep Breath of Life and the classic, Are You As Happy As Your Dog? He has a monthly column called From the Heart that appears in magazines all over the world. His books have been translated into 20, how many? 20 different languages. And again, he's involved in, he's got a great vision, lots of warmth, and he touches people in their heart. Raise your hand if you ever heard of Wayne Dyer. Here's what he said of this gentleman, that he is one of my favorite authors. He's a major, major player in the great transformation that's now taking place on the planet. Raise your hand if you ever heard of Neil Donald Walsh, author of Conversations with God. Neil Donald Walsh says, no one in my life has contributed more to my movement down the path of consciousness and expansion than this gentleman. This is his first time ever on a peak potential stage. He's not sure what to expect. The one, the only, Mr. Alan Cohen!
Hey, buddy. Thank you, brother. It worked. It worked. They do it. They do it. Thank you. Have a seat. It is a profound honor to be here. And I have to say that I have done many events and worked with many clients, and I've seen many acts of faith and miracles. But to get 4,000 people to show up at an event like this without knowing who's speaking, that rocks. And I have seen the cast of characters, and I assure you will not be disappointed. In fact, it's a glorious list. So thank you for your faith in showing up. I love that Harv talked about hugging, because I've been a professional hugger for many years, and I've learned through many people in my program. So I would like to begin with a very short hug workshop. Would you like to do that? Stand up, please, okay? So I'd like you to find one person to practice with, okay? So turn to face one person. And I would like a volunteer from the audience to come up. Come up. Thank you, sir. Okay. So first, we're going to do all the ways not to hug, because I've seen them all. And I crave intimacy, and when I don't get it, I miss it. Okay. So face your partner. And the first one is what we call the A-frame hug. So you hug, and your loins are very far apart. And you make sure that your loins do not touch. Okay, the next one is what we call the burp hug, where you hug and you very gently pat your partner. Okay. The next one is the guy hug, where you basically go, hey, hey, yo, yo. Okay. The next one is what we call the X-lax hug, where you take a long, deep breath and you go, ah. So go ahead and do that. Ah. The next one is the massage hug. You take your partner and you massage their back.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Up and down their back.
I like that one.
And we'll do one more, and that's called the slobber clinch, where you hold on and you never let go. So go ahead, hug your partner and keep hugging them. And now whatever you do, don't let go. Don't let go. Whatever you do, hold on, hold on. Don't let them go, don't let them go. Okay. And finally, we're going to give a good, juicy, real hug with no distractions. Just get in there, open your heart, open your body, and just be with your partner. Go for it.
Yes. Thanks, Al.
Thank you, brother.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Kevin. Give yourselves a big hand. Thank you. Okay, have a seat. This morning, I would like to introduce you to someone that's going to be very important in your life. And it's not someone out there, it's someone in here. And that's why I decided to call my workshop this morning, The Guru in You. So I have 3 goals for our time together. 1 is to remind you of your true brilliance. Now notice I didn't say create your brilliance. Notice I didn't say get brilliance. I said to remind you of the brilliance that you are already sitting with us in this very wonderful moment. The 2nd is to inspire you to access it and act on it. Because you can be brilliant, and you are, but if you're not tapping into it, what good is it? So I'm going to show you some skills and inspire you to connect with the brilliance that you already own. It's like tapping a pipeline into a vast reservoir. And finally, I want to have a good time together. Are you into that? Good time together? Because what's the use of learning something if you're not enjoying it? So we're going to play. I mean, I have 90 minutes with you, and I want to make them count. I don't want to go away thinking we're getting somewhere without being somewhere. How many of you have a to-do list? How many of you have a to-be list? What's the use of getting everything done if you lost your spirit in the process? So it's all about becoming and unfolding rather than getting somewhere. So I'd like to tell you about a video I saw many years ago. There was a short show that was on TV for a short time. It was called Totally Hidden Video. It was like a remake of Candid Camera. And on this show, they played a trick on a FedEx driver. And what they did was they took his ID, his photo ID, and he did something with it that I'll tell you about later. And they dispatched him to a temple, which was a fictitious temple, like a Hare Krishna kind of sect with robes and curtains. And these were all actors that were set up by the TV show. And as the FedEx driver comes in, they all stand up and go, ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ooh-ah. And he said, well, here I am. And they said, we've been waiting for you. And he said, yeah, I know, I had some traffic on the freeway. And they said, no, we believe you are the deliverer.